Hey guys, May 8th here, Tuesday, ending the day green, but I definitely overtraded. 118 in commissions, 140 in profits. Today was the first day that the opening range breakout trade didn't work for me. I started the day down. Um, so let's go over those trades. Oops. All right. It's going to take a little longer today, but it'll be all right. Okay, so BLNK was on our scanners because it was a continuation play from yesterday. Looks like it had a high yesterday of about 460, and then we were watching it for the pre-market high of, I guess, 550. That's exactly where I got in at 550. You see it spiked to the high of this candle was 563. By default, I have a 20-cent profit target the first half of my order, so that didn't get filled. I actually held through a little. I held too long and then sold as it came back up to here. I got out as this candle was right back up at 540, so I lost 10 cents. Started the day down $50 plus the executions, $5 each, so I was down 60. This second one, I got phone with Ross. He said he got 932. We're coming up here, 931, 32. I guess right here, 520, playing a red to green move. And it was the first 1 minute candle to make a new high off of something that was, gapping up. Failed. So I went from 521 with a $5 stop. So that was another $100. I was down like 150. UUU started kind of hitting the scanners, and I didn't take this one immediately. Ross doesn't like the 5-cent ticks, so I was kind of skeptical about it, I guess. Let's see. Bring this up here. So in at 933. So it had already made this move. It pulled back 31, 32, 93. I got in this candle at 270. So it was really kind of already making the move. I got in up here, and I got half of it on the top. It looks like the high was 295. So I took my 10 cents profit, and I was kind of riding out this second half, break even to see if I could get more out of it, and it ended up stopping me out on this 933 candle. It went back down to 250. So, looking at it, this next candle went down to 240 also. So, just manage the risk. It did end up going to 350, which kind of sucks, but as you could see, it was just kind of like really choppy. So I felt like this candle, as it was making a new high for the day, was a good entry. I didn't take any other trades on this. I guess potentially here for the break of high of day gave the best resolution. And as you can see over here, it aligns on the 5-minute chart for a 50-cent move. So that one, $25 win, nothing crazy. VRX popped up on the scanners, held this one for about a minute. I didn't see the resolution that I liked, so I got out that one break even. And then BLNK started to make moves again. So at 942, you see we were playing it down here at 520. It made it all the way up to 620. So here's 39, 40, 41. Oh boy. I'm way up here. 551. So I retried my initial entry of the break of the pre-market high. This time it automatically sold. You see 2 seconds later we're on the ask. And I'm not sure if I want to continue with these hotkeys. I'm going to do a hotkey tutorial later. But, you know, from 551 at this 942 candle, right when this candle opened, this candle went all the way up to 620. And I'm already selling half of it at 20 cents. I mean, it's good for some stocks, but 20 cents on other stocks is almost too small. So that I'm still kind of figuring out. But either way, bought 500 shares here, sold 250 of it, up 20 cents. I ended up adding back at 580. Right as these shares sold, I added more. It didn't have anything to do with these shares selling. It just I saw a ton of volume coming in, and then I'm holding 250 shares. Now this bought in at 580. It sold 250 of them at $6, so that's good. It was getting a little heavy at 6, so I think I sold more here, and then as it was coming back down, I got out still in the green with my average. So this was the big winner that got me back to green. And then AMDA came up. AMDA is at 950. So here's 948, 950. It was probably a new candle here at 171. Bought 500 shares, and then it went into a halt not too long after that. You guys can't see that. So as it went into the halt, I got out. I took off the 20-cent automatic sell just because it was going into a halt, and I figured it probably is going to open higher. So I ended up getting 30 cents out of it, just about. Oh wait, no. Here we go. Yeah, about 30 cents here, and then sold these for a 50-cent gain. So this went up to 220. 10. The high for this was actually 247. So, I mean, based on the spreads, not too. I got in for here, and this, I screwed this one up. Kind of frustrating. So here I was at 795, and I was looking at the daily back here. I mean, obviously it's been ramping up. It's been in play for days. But looking at the daily chart, this high over here is $8. So I knew $8 was a pretty critical point. It's making big moves today. They didn't have any news, but it's kind of been moving. So I took 500 shares in anticipation, and then as volume was coming in at 754, 753, 754, I was getting in just right here under the whole dollar as it was making new highs for the day, and lining up with that daily that was drawn way back there. So that was a good breakout point. It got up to 818. With this one is that I bought 1,000 shares, and this is actually a dead break-even trade, 500 and 500. But the thing is, it actually got up to 820 right after I bought it. I place an order, and this is what's going to be kind of cool. You can see, so like, okay, here, let's get something that's moving. AMDA. See that here. Well, we'll just do here. So anyway, I'm ending the screen. Now it's going to be a hotkey little tutorial. So we're on here, and we want to buy at the ask. I could just, and let me close out see that. Okay, so we're on here. We want to buy 500 shares. It's at the ask. I just press Control 1. I have to move this order window out of the way too. There we go. So say we want to jump in here at 822, buy 500 shares. Not sure how important that is. I guess. So I have 500 shares, and I already have a sell order on the ask for 842. So 20 cents above what I got it for. Now I meant to just hit Q. I have to be on the window. Sometimes I do that. So Q is going to cancel my order. Actually hit. Let's put that back out there. Half of it at 822. I hit Control Z, which is going to cancel and bail on the bid. So I got out of the position when I didn't want to. So back in here, I meant to cancel it. See, right now we're 250 shares at 841. I wanted to cancel that order and put half of it out, only 10 cents up instead of 20 cents, just because I didn't think it was going to see it wasn't really moving as quickly as I thought. So I would have ended up getting that one. I had a good entry. Yeah, I placed the sell order, and I meant to. It was just a hotkey error. Kind of annoying. But yeah, I mean that was a pretty good trade. The hotkeys I like. Say I do have 2 orders out. I'm going to sell half of it up 20 cents, half up 10 cents. If I want to just take back that most recent order, you can do that. If I want to cancel all the orders, you can easily do that. If you want to put them back, it's just a couple keystrokes. If I want to, buy more shares, you can do that. Instead of having 2 sell orders at 840 and 841, you can combine them. You can, I guess, take them back and put 500 shares out. You can do 250 shares out. You can do 10 shares for 10 cents up. Put it all out. And what I like too about this key that I scripted, say you have like 3 orders out, but you want to bail. If you bail, it'll cancel all the orders and bail. So you don't have to cancel and then bail. It'll just do it for you. Now, say we have 2 orders out like that, and you want to combine them. And any key that sells your full position is going to cancel any other orders. So if I want to sell all of them, 20 cents up, as we are here, I just hit, and now it has my full position. It canceled those orders and executed the others. If I want to sell all of it on the ask, now it's at 822, 840. But I do have to cancel the orders and then place half on the ask up 20 or half on the ask up 10. So say I have half of it on the ask up 20 cents and it's not selling and I want to bail, you can cancel the orders and put it all on the ask, or I can cancel the order and put it all up 10 cents or all of it up 20 cents. So the keys That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm still messing around with them. I was getting an exit error for a trigger order today a couple times. I actually got stuck in one of these and lost more than I should have because of the hotkeys. So it might have been this BLNK. It was when I just had a partial order left. Maybe it was this. I'm not sure. Either way, not a big deal. I'll figure it out as time goes. It just gave me a pop-up order because my hotkey says to do a trigger order. So let's see. We have control 1 is going to, on a limit order, buy on the ask 5 cents off. It's going to buy 500 shares. Good for the day. Buy and send the order, and then it's going to trigger order a limit order to sell half of the shares, 250. Actually, not half of it, but literally 250. It's a physical amount as opposed to doing a portion of the share size, because if you guys watch hockey videos, you notice that the as I would buy shares, more shares, my share size would go up, and then it would, instead of half of my order, which is my intention, it would then sell half my position order. So I'll show you what the difference is when we do that. So we do share size equals position times 0.5. Okay. So now when I buy 500 shares of here, it'll put half on the ask, no big deal. But if I buy more, I'm going to have 1,000 shares, so it's going to put half of the 1,000 on the ask, so it puts 750 on the ask. And of course, it didn't do it this time. Unbelievable. Interesting. They might have fixed it. It was buggy before. And before, if I pressed it like too quickly, it wouldn't work. And now it is working. So I'm going to keep it like this and see how it works, because one of the issues that I was having too is that if the first order got rejected because I didn't have enough capital, I didn't have enough equity in the account, the second order might still go because it's for only half the position of the first. So you would end up being short the stock. I think I'm going to keep it like that. That's really interesting. So yeah, hotkeys totally help out. All right. I guess I'll kind of wrap it up with that. Ending the day green. I guess there's some halts going on. This one, it's kind of crazy. There's definitely some action, but I didn't want to overtrade and give back profits. I was doing really well today, and there was some good action. I just gonna call it a day and put a green star on the board. So that's it. Talk to you guys.